right, before we get into this shoe review, I just want to remind you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. I stream on Twitch. And yeah, just please boost this shoe review in the algorithm. I'm going to be uploading a lot more shoe reviews soon. So sit tight and let's get right into the review. All right, so we're going to be talking about what I like the most about the shoe, all the way down to what I like the least about the shoe. And one of the first things that I noticed and enjoyed about the shoe is the fit combined with how lightweight the shoe is. When you look at the Lebron Witness 7s, you wouldn't expect these to only come in at about 510 grams, but they are just extremely light despite not looking very light. And additionally, they are super wide footer friendly. So as you guys know, it's in my name, WideShoes. I have extremely short and wide feet, which has been making Nike shoes almost unusable for me recently. I'm currently reviewing the Lebron 20s as well as the GT Cut 2s, and both of those shoes have caused a lot of issues with cramping and even bruising on my feet because they are just too narrow. However, this shoe is so wide footer friendly that it is one of the only shoes that I would recommend wide footers going true to size. If you have skinny feet, I'm just going to be honest here, you probably should skip buying these shoes. But if you do have slightly wide feet or extremely wide feet, this is one of the safest options. Additionally, unlike a lot of the shoes coming from Nike right now, these shoes do not run long. They actually run a tad short, so they fit my high arched wide feet very well. But I would caution those who don't have wide feet or who have flat feet that you may want to try these on in store. However, it's a lot easier to just buy from Nike right now and return them if you don't like them. But that's kind of my breakdown. So for fit, I give them a 10 out of 10. And for lightweight, I give them a 10 out of 10 as well. All right, so what is the second element I noticed on the shoe, or what is my other favorite part of the shoe? It's definitely the traction. This traction is herringbone traction, and I know a lot of Adidas models use herringbone. However, it's nice to see Nike returning to this traction pattern because it covers you from multi-directions. I played on this basketball shoe indoors and outdoors and experienced literally no slippage. I also experienced a very, very minimal amount of dust collection. I played basketball for probably about 3 hours playing 1v1 against one of my friends, and I wiped my shoe probably 4 times, like once an hour, and that's just crazy. The court that I currently play on is fairly dusty, and these just did not pick up any dust. And the deepness of the herringbone traction is going to make this shoe extremely durable. So the traction's durable. It grips well on indoor and outdoor courts. I have zero complaints, and I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10. The only reason why it's not a 10 out of 10 is because playing in a shoe like the KD15s, that was stopping on a dime traction that was just unmatched. They'll get the job done. It's not like the most grippy shoe I've ever played in, but it gets the job done. You never have to worry about traction. And yeah, a 9 out of 10 is just going to be fair in this case. All right, so what is my third most favorite part of the shoe? It's definitely going to be the materials of the Lebron Witness 7s. For $105, these materials are surprisingly really, really good. Additionally, one of my most favorite parts of the shoe is this plush upper. It remains supportive while also feeling very nice on foot. And I really can't point to any area of the shoe that is extremely underwhelming or feels like a compromise. I will say, as a personal preference, this shoe, it is fairly padded, but I wish it was just a little bit thicker. When I really crank my laces, I can feel these laces just kind of bother me a little bit. If I finagle with the lacing system for long enough, that problem completely goes away. It's just kind of a big personal preference of mine to be able to crank my laces. But other than that, I really can't point to a weakness in this shoe's materials. I do admit it's not going to be as nice as the $200 Lebron 20s or the $170 GT Cut 2s. But at this price point, again, you just really can't find nicer materials. So I'm going to give the materials an 8.5 out of 10. All right, so now we're going to be talking about some of the parts of the shoe that I didn't really like that much or that I thought could be better. At the top of this list, it's definitely going to be the cushioning. Now, for me personally, the cushioning was just enough to get the job done. I didn't have a lot of foot pain or joint pain after playing basketball, nothing like that. But I would have liked the forefoot to be a little bit more soft. Additionally, there is a bit of a break-in time required for the shoe for both the cushioning and the lockdown or stability of the shoe. Basically, one of the weaker parts of the shoe is that at first, the shoe does not feel very stable going left to right. However, as you break in the shoe and your foot sinks into the shoe, this problem completely goes away, or at least it did go away for me and some of the other reviews that I did watch. So essentially, the cushioning, it's just a little bit underwhelming. Not a personal problem for me, but I could see some people saying, hey, I wish the cushioning was a little bit more. However, that is kind of remedied with some of the break-in time. And additionally, there is a bit of a break-in time for stability and cushioning. So if you want to get these shoes and play in them immediately, I would kind of say it's not the most possible or safest thing to do. I would highly recommend wearing these, walking in these for a while. And because they're so durable, you can get away with doing that. But that was a little bit disappointing. Additionally, one of the other kind of lackluster parts of the shoe is the court feel. Now, I don't really have an issue with not having a lot of court feel. I don't mind being a little bit higher off the ground, and I kind of prefer that in my shoes. But these shoes do boost you up almost a full inch. When I wear them, people say like, oh, you're taller or you've grown. So they make you taller, but there is a bit of lack in the court feel department. And I'm not a huge court feel needing person, but I could see a lot of people having issue with that. But if you don't mind about being propped up or being a little bit high off the ground, this shouldn't be an issue. All right, so now that I've given you some of the pros and the cons of the shoe, I'm going to give you my final verdict on the LeBron Witness 7s. So personally, for me, if I have to tell you whether or not to buy these shoes, I would highly recommend buying them, especially now due to the fact that they're on sale. I just think that for $105 or even $80, you just can't beat that deal. And also, if you're someone like me who plays basketball regularly and kind of experiences muscle imbalances or cramps in your main shoes, throwing these shoes into your rotation just because they fit so well and they don't cause any irritation on my feet personally, it's just kind of a great backup pair to have. Also, if you need an outdoor shoe, these are definitely the pair of shoes I would recommend currently from Nike. And yeah, there's just not much to say. I really enjoyed these shoes. I was very surprised. For price to performance, they're amazing. And if I had to give these shoes a score out of 100, I would give these an 86 out of 100. The only way the shoe could have gone up is if they made them a little bit more expensive, had less of a break-in time, and maybe upgraded some of the cushion elements of the shoe. But these are one of my favorite shoes of the year for 2022. I know we're in 2023 now, but I would highly recommend picking these up. And again, thanks for choosing WideShoes. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.